Welcome back to Tinygrams Games, and I'm here with another Star Wars game video. Yeah, that's right. I'm basically interested in any Star Wars game that comes out. I'm always going to try it. And this is a game that's not technically out yet in most places in the world. It is in some places. And it's called Lego Star Wars Battles. And what it is, it's essentially a Clash Royale type game, only with Star Wars stuff. So, to be perfectly honest, I'm not a huge fan of the Clash genre. I find it to be sort of interesting. I'll play it every now and then. But suddenly you skin it with Star Wars, and I'm like, that's a little more interesting. So, in this video today, this is just kind of an intro of what this game is, what it's about, a brief overview, and then I'll have some other videos with tips and tricks and strategies and things like that. I haven't been playing it that long myself. As you can see, I'm only like level 4 here. But I have been having some fun with it. What I like, one of the things I like best about it is that the default characters, the dark side gets Vader, and the light side gets Luke. So that's pretty cool. And if you look at the guys that you can unlock, I am on a planet already where I can unlock Yoda. Later, I'll be able to unlock some other guys. R2-D2, BB-8, stuff like that. The dark side gets to unlock IG-88 pretty soon. I wouldn't be shocked if by the time the game actually releases or soon after, there's just a lot more guys. It's one of the cool things about working in the Star Wars universe. There's tons of dudes that you can release, or tons of different creatures and all kinds of stuff. So when I say this is a Clash type game, I'll show you what I mean. So essentially, you are... Ooh, look at this. Before we go, we'll get our droid. So you're trying to get cards, and then you use those cards and level them up. So I'll show you real quick what I mean. These are actually cards that you're going to be unlocking. And like right here, we'll see this commando guy. He says 16 out of 10. I could technically upgrade him, but you only have so many resources to be able to buy cards and upgrade cards. And I'm not sure that that guy's all that good yet. I want to do a little more experimenting with him. I'm not real convinced it's going to be a guy I'm going to use long term as I unlock some other guys, so don't really want to spend a lot of resources upgrading him. Something like Luke, I would be perfectly happy to just keep upgrading, but that's another situation. Okay, so what do I mean when I say Lego Star Wars Battles is like a Clash game? And what that means is that it's basically a game where you just deploy your units, they walk down the field, and they hit what they hit, and you don't control them. But there's a lot of strategy in certain units counter other units and trying to figure out how to deploy them. In this particular game, the goal is to end up with more buildings than your opponent. You have energy that's constantly increasing on the bottom. If you notice, I didn't put Vader out right away because I'm just trying to feel out my opponent. They're not playing a lot. This guy will slaughter these dudes, but Vader should slaughter this Tauntaun. So we'll sort of... Wow, the Tauntaun just ran right by Vader. That was a little surprising. I should not have played that guy, actually. I think that was a mistake. I should have played somebody else there. So we'll go ahead and do this. Luke and Vader are fighting up here. That's kind of the epic struggle, which is cool. This guy would be great for handling Luke, but I put him out late. But as you can see, basically this is a game where you're just sending your guys down the screen, and I would say hoping that you're going to defeat your enemies and their buildings and their base, but really hope shouldn't be part of it, right? It should be a lot of strategies. You should understand what your guys are that you're deploying, what they're good at, who they're fighting against, these kind of questions. Oh wow, look at that. Like, this guy was super expensive and they just took him out with like nothing. So that did not work out very well. But my opponent doesn't have a lot deployed right now. They don't have many buildings. This Tauntaun is apparently super scary, so we're going to mow it down with these guys. I'm just kind of reacting right now to what my opponents are playing, and currently I am in the lead in that if the game were to end right now, they don't have any buildings, and I have the center building. And there's a timer at the top. And this is just kind of... I'm not going to waste my resources there. And that's just kind of how... this game progresses. I'm going to put him back because all I really have to do now is hold this building, and then I win. So, oh, and then I lost that building, and I'm about to lose. That's kind of funny. Oh, I got that building off just in the nick of time. Wow, that was super. And I lost. So I was winning the whole game and then blew it at the end. But that's basically the game, is that you are deploying your guys, you're reacting to what your opponent is doing. My opponent did a very good job of sort of reacting to the decisions that I made. It looked like I was winning, but they did some good reacts. And then whenever you win battles, you get these little pods that upgrade, that unlock. They take a varying amount of time. So when this thing unlocks, I'll get some stuff out of it. I'll get some cards. Maybe I'll get some resources. So the game is basically about the strategy of getting the cards, upgrading them, and they do different things. So like if I look at this guy, he'll tell me what he's good against and what he's bad against. So he's good against individuals that don't have good ways to defend against flyers. So like Luke, he can swing his lightsaber. It's going to be hard for him to hit this flying creature. Who he's weak against? These guys. He's apparently weak against Cassian. I don't have Cassian, so I don't know why. I think it's because Cassian will shoot him out of the air. But all the guys are weak or strong against various guys. And so while it seems like kind of a low strategy game of just tossing guys on the board, it's actually a pretty high strategy game. And I think the thing that has sort of turned me off with Clash is that it's really punishing when you make errors. And when you're not very good, you make a lot of errors, and your opponent can really counter you hard. But with the Star Wars skin, I don't know. I've been kind of intrigued. I've been spending some time with it. So I'm curious for all of you out there. Is this something that you're interested in? I mean, the Lego skin and theme is also just really cute and kind of fun. I guess we'll do one more battle for this. One other thing is when you begin, you're going through the different planets, and the first planet is Jakku, but it only lets you unlock low-level scans, they're called. And this one will let me unlock some higher ones. I really want IG-88. I've been destroyed by him several times. He hits really hard. He's really weak. He goes down easy, but boy, when he is not getting countered, he's attacking a lot. The Lego Star Wars skin, like I said, it's a really appealing way to do like a light-hearted Star Wars game. There was another game sort of similar to this before, a couple of years ago. I think it was called Force Arena. I didn't really love that game. It was okay. It was similar to this, but the Lego theme just kind of makes it feel a little more lighthearted. I don't know if that's more of a feel or an actuality. But that's essentially what this game is, Lego Star Wars Battles. It says it's coming out sometime in 2020. If this is a game that you think, hey, I'd like to try that today, how did you get it? You can put that in the comments below, and if enough people are curious about that, I can go ahead and sort of put together a little walkthrough video of how one can download games like this when they are available in other parts of the world. So like if you go on the Google Play Store, you might see the game, but you will not be able to download it. It'll say it's not available for your region. There are various ways around that. The one I generally use is called BlueStacks, and it lets you sort of down. Oh, I did not mean. I meant to put this guy back in my hand, and I just played him. He does not fight units at all. So now I feel like I have to double down on that air. I like protect him, otherwise he just dies, and they can really counter this play easily. This is one of those like all-in plays that is not a great idea. Like I'll make a video, I'm sure, about how you should not do this. You should not just like try to blitz through to the base and win that way. It's not the best way to win. Oh my goodness! And then I did Vader's ability like in the middle of nowhere. This hasn't gone that great. Actually, what if we just built this one and then supported Vader? Oh, another mistake. It wasn't done yet. Okay, so we almost have them dead. But the question is, will we be able to complete it? And I think we're going to see if this bomber here is strong enough. I don't know how strong the bombers are. Strong enough! So that was a terrible strategy. You should not just send all your guys down. Essentially what happened is my opponent either made some mistakes there and not countering me, or just wasn't able to find the cards. I attempted to say that was just a mistake on their part, but I don't necessarily want to say that. So if you see what happened here is I got this thing here. a scan. This is a silver scan because it's from the third planet, so it has certain things in it. And, I could unlock it for 28 crystals. Now, like all these games, right? Crystals are hard to get. They're limited. And I generally don't want to use my crystals to unlock something like that. And this one is going to actually be ready to go in 57 minutes. And if I win one more of these battles by even one, I will now upgrade or boost the scan to have even better stuff. Okay, but that is Lego Star Wars Battles in a nutshell. It is, from my perspective, like a fun, light strategy game. I imagine there's going to be someone who responds and goes, "Are you kidding? Clash Royale is the deepest strategy game there is, and this looks similar to that." That hasn't been my experience, but I know there is a lot of skill involved. But it just looks like a fun sort of reskinning of Clash Royale. It'll be curious to see if it catches on anywhere near like Clash Royale did, or like Star Wars Galaxy. Wait, what's it called? Not Galaxies. Whatever it's called, the mobile game that's crushing it still somehow after all these years. So we'll see. We'll see if this catches on. Let me know if you'd like to see some more content about this. I'm going to be playing it for a little while. Like I said, it's a Star Wars game. It's kind of like a fun vibe and feel to it, and we'll see if I end up playing it very seriously. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Tiny Grimes Games.